Hey everybody! So in today's lesson we're going to learn about fractions and how to make a pizza. So stay tuned! Okay, so for this project we're going to need four things. First of all, a pencil. That's pretty basic. Second of all, a pair of scissors. Now I'm using these big ones, but you can use whatever you have. Thirdly, some colored pencils. Now, I have this giant set of 50 color pencils because I'm an art teacher and I just had it lying around. But when you do it, you can use anything that's colorful. You can use markers, or if you just have one or two color pencils, that's cool too. And then lastly, of course, one sheet of paper. So let's get this other stuff out of the way. We don't need it just yet. If you look at this piece of paper, you can see there are some creases in it already. It's to show you where we're going to fold our paper in just a couple seconds here. To make a circle, we need a square, not this rectangle here. You see, we're going to need a square. So to turn it into a square and not a rectangle, it's pretty simple. There's this cool trick. You just take one corner of the page and you can fold it over like this. And you can line up the bottom part of the paper, and then if you fold that down, you will have a triangle in the middle of your rectangle. And then you see this extra part here, we're going to try to get rid of this. We don't need it, so let's fold it in just to mark where it is. See that there? And let's try to cut it off because we don't need it. We just want the square that folding the triangle makes. So let's unfold this triangle, grab our scissors, and let's just cut right along that crease. That's why we make the fold. It's to show us where we want to cut. And since we don't exactly need this little piece right here, let's cut right alongside the crease here. There we go. And let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. And there you have it. It's a square. Isn't that pretty cool? You can turn a rectangle into a square just by folding a triangle in the middle of it. Alright, so our next step to making a nice circle pizza is to fold this in half. Not one whole, but one half, and let's crease that back side of it. There you go. So you see it's like a tiny little book. And now I'm going to grab my pencil and I'm going to start to mark some rounded corners on this. Now this can be a little tricky. You might need to do a couple recuts to get it right. But I'm just going to try to round off the corners here of this skinny rectangle we just made. And I'm making these marks so that I can come through with the scissors afterwards and cut it. And if we do it right, when you unfold it, it's going to look like a nice perfect circle that you just cut out of a square. So I'm going to go with something like that. I had to do a couple marks, but I remember which ones I want to cut. So I'm going to start over here and just cut along that mark I just made. That's rounding off the corners of this rectangle. Alright, got to the edge. Now let me just cut around this mark here. Let's get rid of these things. We don't really need that stuff. And let's open it and see what it looks like. Okay, so that circle is a little bit wonky. So like I said earlier, we're going to need to, might need to do some recuts to get it nice and perfect. Let me just cut that tip off. Let's look at it now. There we go. That's a pretty good circle, don't you think? It looks pretty good to me. And it's one hole, but we're going to need to fold it in half and then fold it a third time. Got that? So let's fold it in half. This is now one half of our pizza. It went from one whole to one half. Now we're going to fold it in half again. And what will this be? If it was one half and we folded that in half, let's see, let's count it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 quarters, so that's 1/4 of our pizza right there. So let's try folding it in half one more time. There we go. So now we folded it 3 times. What will that give us of our final pizza? Let's see. Let's try to unfold it here. Let's count how many slices of pizza we have now. We folded it in half and then in quarters, and now let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices. It's 8 slices of pizza. We folded it into eighths. First in half, and then in quarters, and then in eighths. Isn't that nice? So now I grab my colored pencils because we gotta decorate our pizza. Let's get all these guys out. I like having lots of colors to choose from, but if you only got a couple colors or even just a pencil, that's perfect. You can make a perfect pencil. So let's think about what toppings we want. I thought about pepperoni, so let me grab this red. Let's see what color it calls itself. Can you see that? There you go. Red orange. So we're using the color pencil red orange for our pepperonis. So I'm just gonna do some here. We can do one big one here. Let's do a big one over here, and maybe fast forward. Pepperonis everywhere. Pepperonis everywhere. Some small ones, a little tiny one. There we go. That's a decent amount of pepperonis on our pizza. Let's put the red orange back in the case. What's next? Oh, I got it. How about some bell peppers? I like bell peppers on my pizza. Maybe you don't on yours, but I like it on mine. So I'm gonna grab this color. Let's see what color they call this. Nah, you probably guessed it. Green. So we're using some green, and I'm gonna make some nice little straight bell pepper shapes and fast forward. There you go, just a few, not as many pepperonis as bell pepper usually, so just a few, and there we go. This pizza's starting to look good. I'm actually getting kind of hungry. What else? Oh, I know. Olives. Let's see. I need a black. Is that what they call this? Black? Yep, you got it. We're using a black color pencil now, and I'm just going to draw some little circles. Let's try to fast forward here. There we go. Some olives all around. Ooh, this is starting to look like a real deal pizza, don't you think? Let's put the black colored pencil back in the case, and I think we're done with the colored pencils, so we can put them back. Oh wait, we have to draw the crust. We have to draw the crust around the border of the pizza. The crust is an outline around the border of the pizza. So let's grab a good yellow here. Let's see, what do they call this color? Golden yellow. That's pretty good. That sounds nice, don't you think? So let's I'm gonna draw the border of my crust around the outside. It's like an outline. It's like we're making a frame. We're framing the pizza with the crust. That's good composition skills. Now we can start to color it in. Let's try to fast forward here. Color it all in with that beautiful golden yellow, and there we go. Now let's put that golden yellow back in the case. I can set that and there, set it aside over there. Oh, thank you, color pencils. And there we have it. There's our beautiful pizza folded into eighths. We have 8 slices of our beautiful pizza. Yum! I'm ready to eat it. So I'm gonna take my scissors here, and I'm gonna pick a good slice here, just an eighth. There we go. 1/8 of my pizza. That's the slice I want right there. I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to cut along one of those creases to the middle, and then along another crease. Get that good slice out of that pizza. Yank. And there we go. There's our pizza, and there's a good slice. Oh man, I'm so hungry. I think I'm going to maybe take a bite. That is pretty good. Tastes like paper though. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Be safe out there.